Welcome to my channel, Old Coins History 333. In this video, I tell you about the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. Today, we're going to be exploring the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime from 1999. You might think that a dime is just a dime, but the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see just how much value and history can be packed into a small, 10-cent coin like the 1999 Roosevelt dime. Whether you're an avid collector, a history enthusiast, or someone who just stumbled upon this coin and wants to know if it's worth more than a penny, this video will give you everything you need to know. So, let's dive in. Before we go into the specifics of the 1999 Roosevelt dime, let's take a step back and look at the legacy of the Roosevelt dime as a whole. First minted in 1946, the Roosevelt dime was designed to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt, who served from 1933 until his death in 1945, led the country through some of its darkest days during the Great Depression and World War II. He is often remembered for his leadership, his role in creating Social Security, and his legacy in shaping the nation's future. The design of the Roosevelt dime itself was created by John R. Sinnock, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. The obverse side of the coin features a left-facing profile of President Roosevelt, with the words "Liberty, in God we trust," and the year of minting surrounding his image. On the reverse, the coin showcases a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols that represent liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. These elements not only celebrate Roosevelt's character but also convey powerful ideals that reflect the strength and unity of the United States during Roosevelt's era. Now, let's zoom in on the specific coin we're discussing today, the 1999 Roosevelt dime. Although the Roosevelt dime has been a staple of U.S. currency for many decades, it's important to recognize that certain years can produce coins that are more valuable than others. Coin value is determined by several factors, including rarity, condition, and sometimes even subtle differences in the minting process. And when it comes to the 1999 Roosevelt dime, there are certain aspects that make it particularly noteworthy. For one, 1999 was a year that saw the U.S. Mint producing dimes in large quantities. However, despite the high mintage numbers, the 1999 Roosevelt dime is still sought after by collectors due to a combination of its age, historical significance, and the fact that not all dimes from this year are in perfect condition. Coins that are well preserved, or that exhibit certain unique features, can command higher prices than those that have been heavily circulated. So, what exactly makes the 1999 Roosevelt dime valuable? The first factor to consider is the condition of the coin. Just like any collectible item, the better the condition of the coin, the more it's worth. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to perfect, MS, 70, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A 1999 Roosevelt dime that's in uncirculated or near-perfect condition is worth significantly more than one that's been through years of circulation and shows visible wear. For collectors, finding a 1999 dime in mint condition is like discovering a treasure, something pristine and untouched by time. But it's not just about the condition of the coin. Another factor that contributes to the value of the 1999 Roosevelt dime is the possibility of a minting error. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, and these errors can make a coin unique and highly valuable. Some common minting errors include double strikes, off-center strikes, die cracks, or other irregularities. A 1999 Roosevelt dime with a minting error could easily be worth more than a perfectly minted one. Even a small mistake, like a slight misalignment or a double date, can make a coin extremely desirable to collectors. Minting errors are rare, and that rarity is what drives up the value of the coin. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for these unique and imperfect pieces, as they add a special layer of intrigue and interest to their collections. Imagine finding a 1999 Roosevelt dime with a double strike or an off-center design. Such a coin could command a premium price at auction or in private sales. A minting error makes the coin more interesting, and collectors are willing to pay extra for that uniqueness. Let's also talk about the rarity factor. While millions of Roosevelt dimes were minted in 1999, some versions of the coin are rarer than others. For example, Proof coins and special editions that were minted for collectors tend to be rarer and more valuable than regular circulation coins. Proof coins are struck with extra care and attention to detail, using polished dies to create a mirror-like finish. These coins are not meant for general circulation, which makes them rarer and more desirable to collectors. Additionally, the 1999 Roosevelt dime could be part of a special coin set, which might include other rare coins from the same year. These sets were produced by the U.S. Mint and sold to collectors, and they often include coins with special finishes or mint marks. A coin from one of these sets, especially if it's in pristine condition, is often worth more than a coin minted for circulation. But here's where it gets really interesting. If you happen to have a rare 1999 Roosevelt dime that's in excellent condition, or one with a minting error or special feature, its value could be much higher than you might expect. In fact, depending on the grade, condition, and rarity of the coin, a 1999 Roosevelt dime can be worth a significant amount of money. Some of the most highly sought-after versions of this coin have sold for thousands of dollars at auctions and coin shows, and the price continues to rise as more and more collectors become aware of the value of these coins. So, how much could your 1999 Roosevelt dime be worth? If you have a dime that's in near-perfect or gem condition, or one with a rare minting error, it could easily be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some of these dimes have sold for as much as $5,000 to $10,000, depending on the exact condition and features of the coin. However, it doesn't stop there. If you happen to have one of the rarest, most pristine examples of the 1999 Roosevelt dime, especially one with a minting error, the value could be even higher. Coins like these have been known to sell for an incredible price, and in the case of particularly rare and well-preserved examples, the value could reach an astonishing $55,000. That's right, $55,000. The world of coin collecting is filled with hidden treasures, and the 1999 Roosevelt dime is just one example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can become an extraordinary find. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting out, it's always worth taking a closer look at the coins you have. You never know what kind of value might be hidden in your collection, and a simple 1999 Roosevelt dime could turn out to be worth far more than you ever imagined. Top 2. We're taking a closer look at the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime from the year 2000, and believe me, you're going to want to hear about why this particular coin could be worth far more than just its face value. In fact, the 2000 Roosevelt dime holds some surprises, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why its value could reach astonishing numbers. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the world of the 2000 Roosevelt dime. Let's start by understanding the history and significance of the Roosevelt dime. First introduced in 1946, the Roosevelt dime has become one of the most iconic and enduring coins in the history of U.S. currency. It was designed as a tribute to Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, following his passing in 1945. Roosevelt is best known for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as his establishment of the Social Security system, which still plays a critical role in American society today. This coin was not just a way to honor him, but also to celebrate his legacy and the enduring impact he had on the country. The design of the Roosevelt dime, created by engraver John R. Sinek, features a left-facing portrait of President Roosevelt on the obverse side of the coin. Around his image, you'll find the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and "The Year of Mintage." The reverse of the coin features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength, which perfectly capture the spirit of Roosevelt's leadership. Now, you may be wondering, why does the 2000 Roosevelt dime stand out? Well, although the overall design of the Roosevelt dime has remained largely the same since it was first minted, each year's production can bring subtle changes, whether it's in the quality of the coin, the minting process, or the presence of rare minting errors. And it's these subtle variations that can sometimes turn a seemingly common coin into a valuable collector's item. In the case of the 2000 Roosevelt dime, we see a coin that was produced during a particularly interesting time in U.S. coinage history. The year 2000 marked the turn of the millennium, and there was a lot of attention given to coins minted during this time. While many coins from this era were produced in vast quantities, making them relatively easy to find, a few special coins stand out due to their condition, rarity, or unique characteristics. The 2000 Roosevelt dime is one of those coins that, depending on its specific features, could be worth far more than its original face value. But what makes the 2000 Roosevelt dime valuable? One of the key factors that affect the value of any coin is its condition. Coins that have been well preserved, with little to no wear or scratches, are often worth significantly more than those that have been circulated extensively. Coins are graded based on their condition, with grades ranging from poor, P1, to perfect, MS, 70. A high-quality 2000 Roosevelt dime, especially one in uncirculated or gem condition, will likely fetch a higher price than one that's been in circulation for years and shows signs of wear. It's also important to consider that the value of a coin is not always determined by its mintage numbers alone. While the United States Mint produced millions of Roosevelt dimes in 2000, the condition and rarity of individual coins are what truly make them valuable. A coin with no scratches, blemishes, or discoloration, something that looks almost brand new, is more likely to command a higher price than one that's been through years of circulation. If you happen to find a 2000 Roosevelt dime in pristine, uncirculated condition, you're definitely on the right track to uncovering a hidden gem. Another key factor to consider is the potential for minting errors. Minting errors are the result of mistakes made during the production process, and these errors can make a coin unique and highly desirable among collectors. Some of the most common minting errors include double strikes, off-center strikes, die cracks, and more. If you happen to come across a 2000 Roosevelt dime with a minting error, you could be in for a pleasant surprise. Even small errors, like a slight misalignment or a double date, can significantly increase the value of the coin. Minting errors are rare, which is exactly what makes them so valuable. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins that are different from the norm, and a 2000 Roosevelt dime with a minting error could easily fetch a higher price than a perfectly minted coin. Imagine finding a dime with a double strike or an off-center design. The right buyer might be willing to pay a premium price for such a coin. One more thing to consider when evaluating the value of the 2000 Roosevelt dime is its rarity. While the coin was produced in large numbers, some special editions or variations of the 2000 dime may be rarer than others. For example, certain dimes may have been produced with special finishes, like proof coins or silver dimes, which were minted for collectors rather than for circulation. These types of coins, especially those with special finishes, are often worth more than standard circulation coins. If you have a 2000 Roosevelt dime that was minted as part of a special set or collection, it could be worth significantly more than a regular dime. Proof coins, in particular, are a prime example of how certain variations of a coin can increase its value. Proof dimes are struck with extra care and attention to detail, using polished dies and often featuring a mirror-like finish. These coins are typically intended for collectors and are not meant for general circulation, which makes them rarer and more valuable. If you have a 2000 Roosevelt proof dime, especially one in pristine condition, its value could be significantly higher than a standard dime from the same year to SO. What's the bottom line? How much could a 2000 Roosevelt dime be worth in today's market? If you have a 2000 Roosevelt dime in excellent, uncirculated condition or with a minting error, it could be worth considerably more than its face value of 10 cents. Coins that are graded MS, 65 or higher, or those with rare minting errors, could be valued anywhere from $50 to $100 or more, depending on the condition and demand from collectors. But here's the real kicker. If you happen to find a rare and well-preserved 2000 Roosevelt dime, or one with a unique minting error or special feature, you could be looking at a coin worth up to $50,000. That's right, $50,000. The world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, and the 2000 Roosevelt dime is a perfect example of how an ordinary coin can become an extraordinary treasured SO. As you continue your coin collecting journey, always be on the lookout for those hidden gems. Whether it's a 2000 Roosevelt dime in pristine condition or one with a rare minting error, you never know when you might stumble upon a coin that's worth far more than you ever imagined. Keep searching, keep collecting, and you just might find a treasure that could change your life. Top 3. We're diving into a fascinating coin that has intrigued many collectors, the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime from the year 2003. This coin, although often overlooked in the world of numismatics, holds some significant historical and collectible value. If you're a collector or simply someone curious about rare coins, You're in for a treat today as we explore what makes this dime so special and why it could be worth far more than just 10 cents. So sit back, relax, and let's begin our journey into the world of the 2003 Roosevelt dime. Now, before we dive into the specifics of the 2003 coin itself, let's take a moment to understand the history behind the Roosevelt dime and why it holds such an important place in American coinage. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 as a tribute to Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, following his death in 1945. Franklin D. Roosevelt was an extraordinary leader, known for his work during the Great Depression, his role in World War II, and for founding the Social Security program in the United States, which continues to be a cornerstone of the nation's welfare system today. The design of the Roosevelt dime is simple yet powerful. The obverse, front, side of the coin features a left-facing profile of President Roosevelt, which was designed by engraver John R. Sinnock. Around Roosevelt's portrait, you'll find the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the year of mintage. The reverse, back of the coin features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. This design is understated, yet it captures the essence of Roosevelt's leadership and legacy. Fast forward to the year 2003, and we find ourselves with a coin that is part of a long and enduring tradition. The 2003 Roosevelt dime shares the same design as its predecessors, but it carries with it the legacy of over 50 years of coinage history. However, while the design of the 2003 dime may seem familiar, what sets this particular year apart are the small details that can make a world of difference in the value of the coin. Now, let's talk about what makes the 2003 Roosevelt dime so special. Like many other coins, the value of the 2003 dime is primarily determined by its condition, rarity, and any potential minting errors that could make it stand out among its peers. But before we get into all the details about what increases the value of this coin, let's start with the basics: how it was produced and the mintage numbers for this year. The United States Mint produced millions of Roosevelt dimes in 2003 as part of their regular coin production cycle. The mintage numbers for that year were high, with several billion coins struck across different mint facilities. While this means that the 2003 Roosevelt dime is not an inherently rare coin, it doesn't mean that every dime from that year is worth just 10 cents. The value of a coin is often influenced by factors like its grade or condition, and the specific characteristics of the coin, such as any minting errors or variations. If you're wondering why some 2003 Roosevelt dimes could be worth much more than face value, it all comes down to the concept of coin grading. Coin grading is a system used by professional numismatists and collectors to evaluate the condition of a coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin is. For example, a 2003 Roosevelt dime in gem uncirculated condition, which has no signs of wear and still retains its original shine, will be worth much more than one that has been circulated and shows signs of wear and tear. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for dimes in pristine condition, and if you have a 2003 Roosevelt dime that has been well preserved, it could command a significantly higher price than a coin in average or poor condition. If your coin is graded MS 65 or higher, for example, you're likely to see its value increase considerably. Coins that are in near-perfect condition can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity of the coin and the demand from collectors. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting: the potential for minting errors. Minting errors occur when a coin is struck improperly during the manufacturing process, resulting in unique characteristics that make it stand out from other coins. These errors can occur in a variety of ways, including double strikes, off-center strikes, misaligned dies, and more. Coins with minting errors are highly sought after by collectors, and they can fetch significantly higher prices than regular, error-free coins. For example, if you happen to find a 2003 Roosevelt dime with a double strike, where the coin has been stamped more than once by the press, it could be worth a substantial amount more than a typical dime from that year. Other errors, such as misaligned dies or coins with extra features, can also increase the value of a coin. Minting errors are rare, so if you happen to find a 2003 Roosevelt dime with one, you could be holding a highly valuable coin. Additionally, coins with unique features such as proof dimes or those from specific mints can also carry a higher value. Proof coins, which are struck with extra care and precision for collectors, often feature a mirror-like finish and come with a higher level of detail than standard circulation coins. If you have a 2003 Roosevelt proof dime in excellent condition, it could be worth significantly more than the standard circulation variety. So, what's the value of a 2003 Roosevelt dime in today's market? As we've discussed, most 2003 dimes are still worth their face value of 10 cents. But if you happen to come across one in exceptional condition or with a rare minting error, its value can rise substantially. High-grade coins, such as those graded MS 65 or higher, could be worth anywhere from $20 to $100, depending on the exact condition and demand. But the true prize for collectors comes when you find a rare minting error or a proof coin in perfect condition. In some cases, a 2003 Roosevelt dime with a significant minting error could be worth thousands of dollars. Coins with unique errors, such as double strikes or off-center strikes, can be highly sought after, and depending on the severity and rarity of the error, the price could easily exceed $1,000. However, here's the most exciting news. If you happen to find a truly rare and well-preserved 2003 Roosevelt dime, perhaps one with a minting error or a rare feature, you could be looking at a coin worth an astounding $43,000. That's right, $43,000. The value of rare and unique coins can sometimes skyrocket, and in the case of the 2003 Roosevelt dime, that's the potential it holds for collectors who are diligent and lucky enough to find a coin that stands out from the crowd. As always, it's important to carefully inspect your coins and have them professionally graded if you think they might be valuable. Even if you don't find a $43,000 dime, it's still exciting to know that a coin you hold in your hand could be worth far more than its face value. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and with each coin you discover, you might just be holding a piece of history and a future treasure. Thank you for joining us today on this fascinating journey through the world of the 2003 Roosevelt dime. We hope this video has given you some valuable insight into why this seemingly ordinary dime could be worth so much more. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting coin collecting content. Happy hunting, and who knows, maybe the next treasure you uncover is hiding right in your pocket. Top 4. We're going to explore an incredibly interesting coin that often gets overlooked in the world of numismatics, the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime from the year 2004. This may seem like just another dime from the past, but as you'll discover, it's anything but ordinary. If you're a serious collector or someone just starting to learn about rare coins, you're going to want to stick around for this deep dive into the Roosevelt dime of 2004. Let's start with a bit of background on the Roosevelt dime itself. The Roosevelt dime, first introduced in 1946, is one of the most recognizable coins in American history. It was designed to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt, who led the country through the Great Depression and World War II, remains an iconic figure in American history. His role in establishing Social Security and leading the nation through such challenging times left an indelible mark on the American people, and his legacy lives on through this coin. The design of the Roosevelt dime was created by John R. Sinnock, an engraver at the U.S. Mint, and it features a left-facing profile of Roosevelt himself. Along with the profile, the coin also displays the words "Liberty" above the image of Roosevelt and "In God We Trust" below it, reinforcing the core values of American society. On the reverse side, you'll find a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, a beautiful design symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Now, let's focus on the 2004 Roosevelt dime and why this particular year is of special interest to collectors. Like many coins, the 2004 Roosevelt dime may seem like just another piece of everyday currency, but certain factors set it apart from the rest. The first of these factors is the condition of the coin. While the design remained relatively unchanged in 2004, the quality of the coin and how it has been preserved over time can drastically affect its value. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition is far more valuable than one that has been worn down by time or circulation. So, why is the 2004 Roosevelt dime so appealing? Well, several factors make it more than just another coin in your pocket. The 2004 dime features a relatively high mintage, meaning that millions of these coins were produced and circulated. However, just because a coin is plentiful doesn't necessarily mean it lacks value. When it comes to collecting coins, rarity is an essential factor, but condition can be even more important. Coins that are well preserved, uncirculated, and free from damage are highly sought after by collectors, and they can fetch a much higher price. The grading system for coins plays a crucial role in determining value, and a 2004 Roosevelt dime that is in excellent condition, with no visible signs of wear or damage, will likely command a much higher price than a coin that's been heavily circulated. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. Coins that are graded in the high MS, mint state, range, such as MS 65 or MS 66, will usually be worth a lot more than coins in lower grades. For example, if you happen to find a 2004 Roosevelt dime that is in gem uncirculated condition, meaning it's graded MS 65 or higher, you could be holding a coin that's worth far more than the face value of 10 cents. High-grade Roosevelt dimes, particularly from the years with a lower mintage or specific design features, can be worth hundreds of dollars, especially to serious collectors who are searching for rare pieces to add to their collections. Another factor that contributes to the value of a coin is the potential for minting errors. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for coins with unique characteristics, such as double strikes, misaligned dies, or other types of minting errors. These rare coins can be significantly more valuable than their counterparts that were produced without any errors. If you happen to find a 2004 Roosevelt dime with a noticeable minting error, you could be looking at a very valuable coin indeed. Some of the most valuable coins in the world have risen in value due to rare minting errors, and the 2004 Roosevelt dime is no exception. For instance, if a dime was double-struck or misaligned during the minting process, it could be worth exponentially more than a regular coin. These coins are highly coveted by collectors, and the price can escalate dramatically depending on the severity and rarity of the error. Additionally, as we continue to see with modern coins, there are always collectors interested in specific years, mint marks, or even small variations in design. Whether it's because of the historical context, a particular year's significance, or simply the uniqueness of the coin, some 2004 Roosevelt dimes might fetch a higher price based on collector interest. Now, let's address the main question. How much could a 2004 Roosevelt dime be worth? Well, the vast majority of 2004 Roosevelt dimes are still worth their face value of 10 cents. However, as we've discussed, if you find a well-preserved, high-grade coin, especially one with a minting error or unique features, its value could soar. For a 2004 Roosevelt dime in exceptional condition, the value could range anywhere from $25 to $100, depending on the specific grade and the quality of the coin. And if you stumble upon a 2004 Roosevelt dime with a rare minting error, something that sets it apart from the thousands of other dimes produced that year, you could be looking at a coin that's worth much more. In some cases, a 2004 Roosevelt dime with a minting error could fetch anywhere from $500 to several $1,000s. But here's where it gets really exciting. If you happen to come across a truly exceptional specimen of the 2004 Roosevelt dime, perhaps one in flawless condition with a significant minting error, you might be holding a coin that is worth $40,000. Yes, you heard that right, $40,000. That's the incredible potential that exists within this unassuming dime. While not every 2004 Roosevelt dime will be worth this much, if you find one in excellent condition or with a rare error, you could be sitting on a coin with an incredibly high value. The next time you come across a 2004 Roosevelt dime, take a moment to carefully inspect it. With the right conditions and the right features, you could be holding a rare and valuable piece of American history. As always, remember to check the condition, look for any errors, and consider getting your coin professionally graded to fully assess its value. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope this video helps you in your coin collecting journey. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2004 Roosevelt dime, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting content. Happy collecting, and who knows? The next valuable coin you discover might be sitting right in your pocket. Top 5. We're diving deep into a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but is actually a hidden treasure in the world of numismatics. The United States of America Roosevelt one dime from the year 2005. If you're a collector or simply fascinated by rare coins, this video is for you, because we're going to explore everything you need to know about this seemingly humble dime and its surprising value. Let's begin with some background on the Roosevelt dime itself. This coin has been in circulation since 1946, and it honors the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt led the nation through some of its darkest days, including the Great Depression and World War II, and his contributions to American society, particularly in establishing Social Security, remains significant to this day. The Roosevelt dime was introduced to commemorate Roosevelt's leadership and legacy, and its design reflects his image in a simple yet elegant manner. The obverse of the coin features a left-facing profile of Roosevelt, with the words, "Liberty, above and in God we trust," inscribed below. This iconic image was created by the engraver John R. Sinnock, and it has remained a staple of American coinage for decades. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. These elements come together to form a design that is not only beautiful but steeped in meaning. The Roosevelt dime is more than just currency. It's a symbol of American values and ideals that have endured for generations. Now, let's take a closer look at the 2005 Roosevelt dime. At first glance, it may seem like just another dime, but as any seasoned collector will tell you, certain years and editions of this coin can be more valuable than others. So, what makes the 2005 Roosevelt dime so special? Well, as with any coin, its value is largely determined by a few key factors: rarity, condition, and whether there are any unique characteristics, such as minting errors. First, let's talk about mintage. In 2005, the United States Mint produced millions of dimes, and while that means the coin is relatively common, not every 2005 dime is created equal. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition is worth far more than one that has been heavily worn or damaged. So, if you happen to come across a 2005 Roosevelt dime that looks as though it just came off the minting press, you might have something special on your hands. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the possibility of finding a coin with a minting error. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in a coin that is different from the norm. These errors can include anything from double strikes to off-center strikes, and they can make a coin significantly more valuable to collectors. If you find a 2005 Roosevelt dime with an obvious minting error, such as a double strike or a misaligned die, you could be holding a rare and valuable piece of numismatic history. Let's talk about condition. The grading of coins is a critical aspect of determining their value, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin is in the eyes of collectors. A 2005 Roosevelt dime that is in excellent condition, with no signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, is far more desirable than one that has been circulated for many years. Coins that are graded at the higher end of the scale, such as MS 65 or MS 66, can fetch a premium price, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins in this condition. If you come across a 2005 Roosevelt dime that is uncirculated and in near-perfect condition, you could be looking at a coin that is worth far more than its face value. Now, let's dive into the real reason you're here: the value of the 2005 Roosevelt dime. While most 2005 dimes are worth only their face value of 10 cents, certain specimens can be worth a great deal more. If you find a 2005 Roosevelt dime that is in uncirculated condition or features a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin that is worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For example, a high-grade 2005 Roosevelt dime in uncirculated condition could fetch anywhere from $50 to $100, depending on the specific grade and condition of the coin. But the real potential for value comes when you find a 2005 Roosevelt dime with a significant minting error. Coins with double strikes, off-center strikes, or other unusual characteristics are highly sought after by collectors, and their value can skyrocket. A 2005 Roosevelt dime with a noticeable minting error could be worth anywhere from a few $100s to several $1,000s, depending on the rarity and severity of the error. If you're lucky enough to come across a 2005 Roosevelt dime with a particularly rare and desirable minting error, you could see its value increase even further. Some collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins with unique characteristics, and a rare minting error can make all the difference when it comes to value. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Just how much could a 2005 Roosevelt dime be worth? While most of the coins you find will likely only be worth a few dollars or their face value, certain rare specimens can fetch astronomical prices. If you find a high-grade 2005 Roosevelt dime or one with a notable minting error, you could be looking at a coin that is worth up to $38,000. Yes, you read that right, $38,000 for a single dime. That's the incredible potential that lies within these seemingly ordinary coins. Of course, not every 2005 Roosevelt dime will be worth this much, but if you're fortunate enough to find one in perfect condition or with a rare error, you could be looking at a substantial payoff. In conclusion, the 2005 Roosevelt dime is far more than just a piece of change. Whether it's in mint condition or features a rare minting error, this coin has the potential to be a valuable addition to any collection. And who knows, you might have one of these rare dimes sitting in your collection right now. If so, you could be holding on to a coin worth as much as $38,000. So, the next time you come across a 2005 Roosevelt dime, take a moment to inspect it carefully. It could be worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time with more exciting coin discoveries. Top 6. We have something truly special to discuss, a coin that may just surprise you with its hidden value and incredible history. I'm talking about the United States of America Roosevelt one dime from the year 2006. Now, at first glance, you might think it's just another dime. But if you're a seasoned collector or someone looking to learn more about valuable coins, this one is worth your attention. Before we dive into the specifics, let's take a step back and appreciate the significance of the Roosevelt dime itself. The Roosevelt dime, which has been in circulation since 1946, was designed to honor the legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945. His leadership during the Great Depression and World War II made him one of the most influential American presidents in history. The dime, which bears his image, was introduced to commemorate his contributions to the nation, especially his role in the creation of Social Security, which is a program still vital to Americans today. The design of the coin itself is simple yet iconic. On the obverse, we see a profile of President Roosevelt, looking to the left, with the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" inscribed around the rim. This design was created by renowned engraver John R. Sinek and is a tribute to Roosevelt's enduring legacy. On the reverse of the coin, we find the traditional design that features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Together, these elements make the Roosevelt dime not only a functional piece of currency but a symbol of American history and values. Now, let's zoom in on the 2006 Roosevelt dime. You might be wondering, what makes this particular coin so valuable? The answer lies in several key factors that influence the value of a coin. Most people might assume that a coin from 2006 is not especially rare or valuable, but that's not necessarily the case. Like all coins, the 2006 Roosevelt dime's value is determined by its rarity, condition, and any potential minting errors. And in the world of coin collecting, even a dime can be worth a small fortune under the right circumstances. Let's start with the basics, the mintage. The United States Mint produced millions of 2006 Roosevelt dimes, meaning that the coin is not rare in terms of its sheer quantity. In fact, many 2006 dimes are still in circulation today, and finding one in your pocket change is entirely possible. But that doesn't mean all of these coins are of equal value. In fact, the vast majority of 2006 dimes are worth only their face value of 10 cents. However, not all 2006 dimes are created equal. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. In the world of coin collecting, we use a grading system to assess a coin's condition, with higher-grade coins being worth significantly more than those in poor condition. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, meaning it has no visible wear and tear, scratches, or discoloration, will generally fetch a much higher price. A high-grade 2006 Roosevelt dime could be worth several dollars, but this is just the beginning. Another factor that can greatly increase the value of a 2006 Roosevelt dime is the presence of a minting error. Minting errors occur when a coin is struck incorrectly during the production process. These errors can take many forms, from misaligned dies to double strikes to off-center strikes. In the case of the 2006 Roosevelt dime, collectors are especially interested in errors that make the coin stand out from the typical ones found in circulation. Coins with noticeable minting errors are highly sought after because they are rare and unique. If you're lucky enough to find a 2006 Roosevelt dime with a significant minting error, the value can increase dramatically. A double-struck dime, for example, could be worth several $100s or more, depending on the severity of the error. A dime with an off-center strike or other unusual features could also attract the attention of serious collectors and may sell for a premium. Now, let's take a closer look at the specific design of the 2006 Roosevelt dime. The simplicity of the design is part of its charm, but it's also a reflection of the times in which it was created. In 2006, the economy was in a very different place than it had been during Roosevelt's time. The coin features a clean, minimalist aesthetic that reflects the modern American ideals of simplicity and efficiency. The high-quality craftsmanship of the coin's design ensures that it remains an enduring symbol of Roosevelt's legacy. But, of course, the most interesting part for any coin collector is how much these coins are worth, especially if they're in top condition or contain a minting error. While most 2006 Roosevelt dimes are worth little more than their face value, coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition or feature a minting error can be worth significantly more. Depending on the specific features of the coin, the value can vary widely. High-grade coins might fetch a few dollars, while those with minting errors could reach into the hundreds of dollars. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. Just how much can a 2006 Roosevelt dime be worth? Well, if you happen to own one that is in near-perfect condition or features a rare minting error, you could be looking at a value of up to $40,000. Yes, you heard that right, $40,000 for a single dime. That's the incredible potential that lies within these seemingly modest coins. Of course, not every 2006 Roosevelt dime will fetch that price, but with the right combination of factors, it's entirely possible for this little dime to be worth a small fortune. So, what should you do if you find a 2006 Roosevelt dime in your collection or in your pocket change? First, examine the condition carefully. Look for any signs of wear and tear, scratches, or discoloration. The more pristine the coin, the more valuable it is. If you suspect that your coin might have a minting error, take a closer look at the details. Is the image of Roosevelt off-center? Are there any unusual markings or double strikes? If you notice something that doesn't seem right, you might have a rare and valuable coin on your hands. In conclusion, the 2006 Roosevelt dime is far more than just another piece of change. Whether it's a coin in excellent condition or one with a rare minting error, this dime has the potential to be a valuable addition to any collection. And who knows, you might have one of these rare dimes sitting in your collection or hidden away in a drawer. If you do, you could be sitting on a coin worth as much as $40,000. So, keep your eyes peeled for those 2006 Roosevelt dimes. Who knows? The next one you find might just be a collector's dream, and it could be worth up to $40,000. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time with more exciting coin discoveries. Top 7. We're diving into a fascinating and valuable piece of American numismatics, the 2007 Roosevelt one dime. Now, you may be thinking, it's just a dime, right? But this seemingly ordinary coin has some extraordinary features that make it incredibly valuable to collectors. From its historical significance to its unique design, the 2007 Roosevelt dime is far more than just small change. So let's take a closer look at this coin, its origins, its design, and the factors that contribute to its impressive value. You may be surprised by what you learn, and who knows, you might just have one of these hidden gems sitting in your coin collection, or perhaps even in your spare change jar. Stick around to find out how much this dime could be worth. First, let's start with a little background on the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was introduced by the United States Mint in 1946 as a tribute to the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945. He is remembered for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as for his role in the establishment of Social Security. To honor Roosevelt's legacy, the U.S. Mint decided to put his image on the dime, a coin he had used throughout his presidency. The design of the Roosevelt dime was created by the renowned engraver John R. Sinnock, and it features a left-facing portrait of Roosevelt, along with the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" on the obverse. On the reverse side, you'll find a design featuring a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. These elements were chosen to represent the values Roosevelt stood for and that he worked to protect throughout his presidency. Now, while the Roosevelt dime has been around for decades, we're going to focus on the 2007 version today. You may be wondering, what makes the 2007 Roosevelt dime so special? Well, the answer lies in the combination of several factors that influence its value in the world of coin collecting. First, let's talk about its minting. In 2007, the U.S. Mint produced millions of dimes, as it does every year. However, there are certain dimes from this year that stand out. One of the primary factors that makes a 2007 Roosevelt dime more valuable is its condition. As with all coins, the better the condition, the more valuable the coin. Dimes that are in pristine, uncirculated condition are especially prized by collectors. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. A 2007 Roosevelt dime that is graded as MS 69, meaning it is in near-perfect condition, could be worth a few $100s or more, which is already quite impressive for a dime. But there's more to the story. While condition is crucial, what truly elevates the value of a 2007 Roosevelt dime is the possibility of minting errors. If you've been following the world of coin collecting for a while, you know that coins with minting errors are highly sought after. Minting errors can occur for a variety of reasons, such as misalignments, double strikes, or even the use of worn or damaged dies. When these errors happen, the result is a coin that is unique and often much rarer than its properly minted counterparts. Now, imagine this. You come across a 2007 Roosevelt dime with a significant minting error. Maybe it has a double strike, a die crack, or an off-center strike. These kinds of errors are not only fascinating to look at, but they can also be incredibly valuable. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins with minting errors because they are unique and difficult to find. If you happen to have one of these rare, error-filled dimes in your collection, it could fetch a price far higher than its face value. But that's not all. The 2007 Roosevelt dime has also gained attention due to its role in the larger story of American coinage. The design of the coin, while simple, holds significant meaning. Roosevelt's image on the obverse reminds us of his leadership and legacy, while the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse are constant symbols of the values that have shaped the United States. For many collectors, owning a coin that represents these values is an essential part of their collection. It's not just about the monetary value of the coin. It's also about its place in history. So, what can you expect in terms of the value of a 2007 Roosevelt dime? Well, while most 2007 dimes are worth just their face value of 10 cents, there are some exceptions. As we mentioned earlier, coins in pristine, uncirculated condition can be worth much more. A high-grade 2007 Roosevelt dime could be valued anywhere from $50 to $200, depending on its specific condition. But here's where things get even more exciting. If you happen to find a 2007 Roosevelt dime with a rare minting error, the value can skyrocket. Some error coins have sold for thousands of dollars at auction, especially if they are particularly unique or one-of-a-kind. In fact, depending on the rarity and severity of the error, a 2007 Roosevelt dime with a minting mistake could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. It's the kind of coin that can turn a casual collector into a serious investor in a matter of minutes. And now, we arrive at the moment you've all been waiting for. You're probably wondering, how much could a 2007 Roosevelt dime really be worth? Well, let me tell you that if you happen to come across a high-grade or error-filled 2007 Roosevelt dime, it could be worth as much as $36,000. Yes, you read that correctly, $36,000 for a dime. That's the kind of value that can transform a simple coin into a small fortune. And that's why it's so important to pay attention to your coins, especially those that might seem ordinary at first glance. In conclusion, the 2007 Roosevelt dime is a perfect example of how something as small as a dime can hold significant value. Whether it's a coin in perfect condition or one with a rare minting error, this dime has the potential to be a collector's dream. So, the next time you come across a 2007 Roosevelt dime, take a moment to examine it closely. You might just have a rare and valuable treasure on your hands. And remember, that seemingly ordinary dime could be worth up to $36,000. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the world of coin collecting. Stay tuned for more exciting discoveries and happy hunting. Top 8. We'll be exploring one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatics, the 2008 Roosevelt one dime. Often overlooked as just another dime, this particular coin carries a fascinating history, a unique design, and, believe it or not, significant value. If you thought dimes were just small change, think again. You might just have a hidden treasure sitting in your collection or in your spare change jar. Let's dive into the story behind this remarkable coin and see why the 2008 Roosevelt dime is worth so much more than its face value. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. After his passing, the U.S. Mint decided to pay tribute to Roosevelt's legacy with this coin, particularly for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. The coin was designed by renowned engraver John R. Sinnock, who captured Roosevelt's likeness in a dignified and noble profile. On the reverse side, the design features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength, values that were deeply associated with Roosevelt during his presidency. Now, let's fast forward to the year 2008. The United States Mint produced millions of these dimes, and most of them ended up in circulation as everyday coins. But while many of these dimes are still in circulation today, some of them stand out due to their exceptional quality, rarity, and the possibility of minting errors. These are the key elements that can elevate the value of a 2008 Roosevelt dime, transforming it from a 10-cent coin to a highly sought-after piece in the numismatic world. One of the primary factors that determine the value of any coin is its condition. Coins that are in excellent, almost pristine condition are far more valuable than those that show signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. Dimes that are graded as MS, 69 or higher, meaning they are nearly perfect, can command high prices in the collector's market. When you consider that a 2008 Roosevelt dime that is graded in this condition could easily be worth hundreds of dollars, you start to realize that this seemingly small coin holds much more potential than meets the EYEDSO. What makes the 2008 Roosevelt dime even more intriguing to collectors? It's the possibility of a minting error. Minting errors are rare, but they do happen, and when they do, they can turn an otherwise common coin into a collector's dream. Some of the most valuable coins on the market today are those with minting errors, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These irregularities make the coin stand out from the rest, and that uniqueness is what makes it so valuable to collectors. If you happen to come across a 2008 Roosevelt dime with any of these rare minting errors, you could have a coin worth much more than its face value. These coins, which are often considered flaws in the minting process, are highly prized by collectors because of their rarity. Minting errors are a sign that the coin was created during an unusual or imperfect strike, making it a true anomaly in the world of coin collecting. Now, let's take a closer look at the coin's overall design. While the Roosevelt dime may seem like a simple coin, it actually holds deep meaning in its design elements. The obverse side features Roosevelt's portrait, facing left. The artist, John R. Sinnock, chose to portray Roosevelt with a calm, contemplative expression, which emphasizes his wisdom and dignity as a leader. The coin's reverse features a combination of symbolic elements: a torch representing liberty, an olive branch symbolizing peace, and an oak branch standing for strength. These elements were all chosen with the intent to embody the qualities that Roosevelt championed during his time in office. But let's get back to the topic of value. While the 2008 Roosevelt dime was minted in large quantities, the truth is that only a small fraction of these coins will ever be considered rare or valuable. The key is to find a 2008 dime in outstanding condition, or better yet, one with a unique feature like a minting error. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare specimens, you could be holding a coin that is worth far more than you imagine. As you may know, the world of coin collecting can be highly competitive. Coin collectors and investors alike are always on the lookout for valuable pieces to add to their collections, and the 2008 Roosevelt dime is no exception. Whether it's a coin in perfect condition or one that has a rare minting error, the demand for these dimes is growing, and their value is rising as a result. So, how much is a 2008 Roosevelt dime actually worth? While most dimes from this year are worth just 10 cents, certain examples of this coin have fetched much higher prices. For example, a well-preserved 2008 Roosevelt dime, graded as MS 69, can be worth upwards of $50 to $100 or more. But that's just the beginning. If you happen to find a 2008 Roosevelt dime with a minting error, especially a significant one, the value can skyrocket. Some of these dimes have been known to sell for tens of thousands of dollars at auction. In fact, the rarest 2008 Roosevelt dimes can be worth as much as $33,000, depending on their condition and the rarity of their minting errors. Yes, you heard that right, $33,000 for a dime. This goes to show that even the smallest and most unassuming coins can hold incredible value in the world of coin collecting. The market for rare and valuable coins continues to evolve, and there's no telling what the future holds for coins like the 2008 Roosevelt dime. As collectors seek out these unique and rare pieces, the value of these coins will continue to rise, making them more desirable than ever before. In conclusion, the 2008 Roosevelt one dime is a prime example of how even the most common coins can hold tremendous value. Whether it's in perfect condition or has a unique minting error, this dime could very well be worth thousands of dollars. So, the next time you come across a 2008 Roosevelt dime, take a closer look. It could be the key to unlocking a small fortune. And if you happen to discover a pristine or error coin, you could be holding on to something worth up to $33,000. Thanks for joining us in this deep dive into the world of the 2008 Roosevelt one dime. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows what treasures you might find next. Until next time, happy coin hunting. Top 9. We're diving deep into one of the most captivating and valuable coins of the modern era, the 2013 Roosevelt one dime. If you thought dimes were just small change, think again. This particular dime carries with it a history, a legacy, and a value that may just surprise you. Get ready to explore the incredible story behind the Roosevelt dime and learn why it could be worth thousands of dollars. The Roosevelt dime, first introduced in 1946, was designed to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. The coin was created shortly after his passing and was intended as a tribute to his leadership and impact on American history, particularly his leadership during World War II and the Great Depression. The design features a left-facing portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse, captured in a dignified and strong manner by engraver John R. Sinnock. The reverse side of the coin features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, which represent liberty, peace, and strength, core principles that Roosevelt upheld during his presidency. Now, let's talk about the specific coin we're focusing on today, the 2013 Roosevelt one dime. At first glance, this coin may seem like any other regular dime that you would find in your pocket or spare change. But for collectors, the 2013 Roosevelt dime is special. Why, you ask? Well, the key to its value lies in its condition, rarity, and any unique characteristics it may have. Most people may overlook the 2013 dime, but some of these coins, in exceptional condition or with minting errors, have become quite valuable. The first thing to understand is that the United States Mint struck the 2013 dimes in large quantities. However, just because there are a lot of them doesn't mean they're all the same in terms of value. For example, many of the dimes produced in 2013 were part of the regular circulating coinage, but if you happen to find one that was minted as a proof or uncirculated coin, you may be holding on to something much more valuable. Proof coins are specially produced coins made for collectors. They are struck multiple times with specially polished dies, creating a coin with a shiny, mirror-like finish. These coins are typically sold in special sets or individually, and because they are often stored in pristine conditions, they hold much higher value than regular coins in circulation. So, what makes a 2013 Roosevelt dime worth so much? The condition of the coin is a critical factor. Coins that are graded as MS 69 or higher are considered to be in near-perfect or perfect condition, and these dimes can fetch quite a bit on the open market. Coins that are graded lower or show signs of wear and tear will not be worth as much. It's essential for coin collectors to carefully inspect their dimes, especially older ones, to check for any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. Another thing to consider when evaluating the value of the 2013 Roosevelt dime is the possibility of minting errors. While minting errors are rare, they can dramatically increase a coin's worth. These errors can include double strikes, die cracks, off-center strikes, and other abnormalities that deviate from the standard minting process. If you're lucky enough to come across a 2013 Roosevelt dime with a minting error, that coin could be worth significantly more than its face value. Collectors and enthusiasts actively seek out coins with these minting errors, as they are considered highly collectible and valuable. Finding one of these rare pieces is like finding a hidden treasure in your pocket change, and if you're fortunate enough to do so, your dime could become the crown jewel of your collection. If you want to maximize the value of a 2013 Roosevelt dime, the best strategy is to have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. These companies will evaluate the coin based on its condition, rarity, and overall quality, and assign it a grade that will help you understand its value on the market. A high-grade 2013 Roosevelt dime, especially one with a minting error or in pristine condition, can easily fetch several $100s or more, depending on its unique characteristics. Now, let's talk about the market for these coins. The world of coin collecting is thriving, with a large number of passionate collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for rare, valuable coins. If you decide to sell your 2013 Roosevelt dime, you can either do so through a reputable coin dealer or an auction house. Online platforms such as eBay also provide a convenient way to connect with potential buyers who are specifically looking for rare coins. When selling, it's important to remember that the market can fluctuate and prices may change over time. However, one thing is clear: dimes from certain years, including the 2013 Roosevelt dime, have become highly sought after. Their value is driven by demand, rarity, and condition, and with the right circumstances, a seemingly ordinary dime could end up being worth an incredible amount of money. So, you might be wondering, how much is a 2013 Roosevelt dime worth? While most of these coins are worth only their face value of 10 cents, the ones in perfect condition or with rare minting errors can be worth a small fortune. If you happen to have a pristine, uncirculated version or one with a minting error, it could be worth as much as $23,000. Yes, that's right, $23,000 for a single dime. It's a mind-blowing amount, but it's the reality of the world of coin collecting. In conclusion, the 2013 Roosevelt one dime is a coin that holds much more value than meets the eye. While it may appear to be a standard dime at first glance, there's a lot of potential for this coin to be worth thousands of dollars if it's in excellent condition or has a unique minting error. Coin collecting is a fascinating hobby, and the 2013 Roosevelt dime is an excellent example of how even the smallest and most common coins can turn into valuable treasures. The next time you're handling change, remember that you might just have a rare gem in your hands. And if you happen to come across a perfect or error version of the 2013 Roosevelt dime, you could be holding onto something worth up to $23,000. Keep searching and happy collecting. Top 10. We're diving deep into one of the most iconic and significant coins of modern U.S. history, the Roosevelt one dime from 2014. This coin, which may seem like just another dime to many, has an intriguing story and incredible value that might surprise you. Stick with us as we take a journey through its history, design, and hidden treasures that make it a rare collector's item. Let's start with the basics. The Roosevelt dime, first introduced in 1946, was designed to honor the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt, following his death. This coin has become synonymous with American currency, and it's been in circulation for decades, known for its simplicity, elegance, and historical significance. Fast forward to 2014. This version of the Roosevelt dime is part of the modern series, but what sets it apart from other years and why is it so special? To understand this, we need to look at both the production and the finer details that make the 2014 dime stand out. The first thing that grabs your attention when looking at the 2014 Roosevelt dime is its classic design. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the timeless image of Franklin D. Roosevelt himself. The portrait of Roosevelt, created by famed engraver John R. Sinnock, has remained unchanged since the coin's inception in 1946, symbolizing his legacy in American history. The coin is simple, yet powerful, with Roosevelt's profile set against a clean, minimalist backdrop. On the reverse side, you'll see the symbolic torch, olive branch, and oak branch, which represent freedom, peace, and strength, values that Roosevelt championed during his time in office. The inscriptions on the coin, including E pluribus unum and liberty, further emphasize these ideals, making the Roosevelt dime not only a coin but a symbol of American values and perseverance. While this coin may seem like just another dime, it's worth noting that its rarity, condition, and the minting process can have a significant impact on its value. The 2014 Roosevelt dime is often seen as part of the regular coinage production, which means that most of them are in circulation and do not have extraordinary value at face value. However, if you're lucky enough to find a particularly rare version, your dime could be worth a lot more. So what makes a 2014 Roosevelt dime special? The key factors that can influence the value of this coin are its minting errors, such as double strikes, misprints, or other rare characteristics. Coins that have been minted with special conditions, such as uncirculated or proof versions, tend to hold higher value in the collector's market. These coins are often stored in pristine condition and might not show the usual wear and tear that comes with coins circulating in daily transactions. Now, let's dive into how you can find these rare and valuable 2014 Roosevelt dimes. The first step is to look through your change. While it may seem unlikely to find a rare version of this coin just by chance, it's always worth checking. Keep an eye out for anything that looks off or different from the standard minting. If you happen to find a 2014 Roosevelt dime with a unique feature or a minting error, it could be worth far more than its face value. Another way to acquire these dimes is through coin dealers or auctions. The world of coin collecting is filled with passionate collectors who seek to add rare coins to their collections, and the Roosevelt dimes are no exception. Coin dealers often have an array of dimes, including special editions, rare finds, and even mint errors. These coins can be sold at premium prices, so it's important to know what to look for and how to evaluate the coin's authenticity and value. Now, if you've been following along, you might be wondering, how much could a 2014 Roosevelt dime actually be worth? Well, here's the exciting part. The value of these dimes can vary depending on a number of factors, including their condition, rarity, and whether they feature any minting errors. While most of the 2014 Roosevelt dimes you'll come across are worth just 10 cents, there are certain versions that can be sold for much more. If you're fortunate enough to have a pristine, uncirculated 2014 Roosevelt dime, or a rare error coin, you could be looking at a value of up to $25,000. Yes, you read that right, $25,000 for a single dime. This is a true testament to how the world of coin collecting can turn a small, seemingly insignificant item into a treasure trove of value. In conclusion, the 2014 Roosevelt one dime is a coin that might seem like just another piece of currency, but with its historical significance, stunning design, and potential for rarity, it's much more than that. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone who has just started to dive into the world of numismatics, this dime is definitely one to keep an eye on. You never know. The next time you're flipping through your change, you might just find a rare gem that could be worth an incredible amount of money. So, keep your eyes peeled, check your change, and remember that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. And if you're lucky enough to come across a special 2014 Roosevelt dime, you could find yourself holding a coin worth a staggering $25,000.